Hello, Cinnamon Bun fans. As TADC's grand finale is going to release in over 3 months, I would like to propose a brand new topic to discuss about. The main objective of this video is to spread awareness for those who are currently experiencing ostracism. Wait, before you doom scroll back to your own zone, this video will describe the definition, causes, and effects of ostracism among a certain age group. Ostracism is a phenomenon when peers socially exclude specific individuals, leading to emotional distress, isolation, and hindrance of self-worth. It is commonly applied in school environments where students navigate through complex hierarchical structures. When one experiences the reflexive/immediate response, they tend to feel a rapid reaction of intense frustration or sadness due to the chronic absence of fundamental human needs. While there are many causes of ostracism, this occurrence as described within this video will centralize normative peer pressure exerted from a particular social threat. In many cases, every hierarchy possesses either a manipulative or a competent leader. If the leader is manipulative, their obligation will be to prioritize systematic group cohesion solely for self-validation. Consequently, when a leader encounters someone who is perceived as an asset that threatens the status quo, they resort to subtly overt tactics to repudiate. Depending on their authoritative stance, this would explicitly demand his group members to mimic his behavior, regardless of their personal beliefs. This originates from the psychological fear of social rejection from their leader, believing that refusing conformity would lead to detrimental outcomes regarding their position. To prove my point, let me demonstrate a personal experience of ostracism myself. Last year, I was placed in a classroom with a freeway friend group actually. I will not tell their names due to privacy concerns, so I'll call them Kane, Abel, and Natalie. Kane, Abel, and Natalie were a group, but they were kind of manipulated by their leader, Kane. Well, you see here, he was always telling them to do whatever he wants to do and obligated them to follow his expectations or to conform to his behavior just so that they could maintain their position. Well, you see, this is when I came along. As a new student, I really wanted to befriend them due to my past experiences with them when I was originally in that school in grade 1. So I tried to interact with them, and as the months passed by, they finally realized that my leadership could be better than the own leader they had since they were in kindergarten. Of course, that made the leader really angry at me, you see. Like, I was trying to hang out with them every single day in academic purposes and occasional assistance to their academic performance, specifically in writing. And yes, he was really mad about that. So, flashback, no, sorry, no. Going to next year, I was hanging out with them a little bit more, and I finally thought that I could create a genuine bond with them until reality struck. I was separated from their classroom due to the new annual class placement. So while I was in a classroom, let's call it Miss Pinko's classroom, the other group was placed in, let's call him Mr. Butterfly's classroom. So now there, of course, the leader was really happy. He no longer had to handle me. He no longer had this threat that I was kind of exerting on him due to my leadership strategies. And most importantly, he finally had the opportunity to regain his position in that group. But come on, this guy underestimated me. I had a lot of tricks under my sleeve. So, what I did every single day, like during recess, morning, or after school, I always strived to greet them every single day to exhibit my kind hearted behavior and to prevent them from completely disconnecting our friendship. Consequently, that made the leader mad again because he did not want to involve himself with me anymore. He thought I was a threat and he thought I was going to steal his friends away from him. So, what he did was try to kind of bully me. So, let's say around September 19th or September 20th, he said, I want to burn you. Like, seriously, bro. he had to say that while I was walking around the place with his friends. And of course, his friends looked like, "What? You should not say that. What do you mean?" So yeah, I told the principal and I told the teacher. So now I withdraw any of his thoughts for him to verbally hurt me, right? So yeah, a few months passed and I continued to go through the men's cycle of greeting them and trying my best to connect with them in a way that did include academic stuff. But of course, it was a very gradual process as the leadership they're experiencing from that person was very long term, as I said before. But now let's go 3 months in, okay? So 3 months later, there was a science project, and I tried to win their validation for me by constantly listening to them, in which they 100% bonded with me as they're trying to describe their science project. Of course, I made him so mad again, and bro was like, "Dude, she knows how to read." Like, seriously, that guy is so stubborn. He wouldn't let me interact, he wouldn't let me genuinely bond with them. And the worst part is, he couldn't even bear to see me happy with them. That was until present day, before spring break began. This is when things went rough. Remember when I said that his followers, or let's say group members, were actually bonding with me, especially when he was absent, basically at the time when I actually hung out with them during recesses. Because after giving them more connection and genuinely bonding with them, they started to see a shift in his personality. So Kane was always kind of neglecting them a little bit because I was like talking to them so much, and I guess they got the message that they cannot befriend both their leader and myself at the same time. Therefore, they had to choose the most tragic decision. They had to ostracize me. In other words, they were forced to shun my existence and shun any other opportunity for me to connect with them, because they were pressured from him to disconnect themselves from me so that they would never so that that guy would never exclude them again. So yeah, that's basically how the story ended. Because he perceived me as a social threat, aka as a more capable leader for his group members, he decided to ostracize me through purely pressurizing his friends so that they would never connect with me again, despite my constant efforts. So now, yeah, I'm kind of stuck in the middle and kind of confused because their actions and their words had no connection with each other, as if someone was controlling their minds in the back, if you know what I mean. Manipulation, right? So, yeah, in conclusion, ostracism is technically a social tool manipulated leaders too in order to regain their sense of authority, sense of control, and sense of self-validation. So, if I were to tell you the moral of the story, connecting with the entire objective of this video, if you ever get ostracized, understand that it's a very normal occurrence from happening. There are many people like Kane in this world, and you probably experienced it in the past as well. And my suggestion, you just have to go through it. Like, seriously, you shouldn't constantly be in the endless cycle of gaining your desired friendships if they're going to end up shunning you due to normative peer pressure. In my opinion, you should disconnect yourself from all of them until they reach out to you for assistance. And to just like live on, right? Go past that, go with time, because it always changes our situations, and just understand that you cannot be controlled by the environment or by getting socially excluded is not right. So I guess this is where the video ends. I hope you enjoyed my video about both the information about ostracism, aka causes and effects, and my own personal experiences of it. Please like and perhaps subscribe, people, so that I could post another part describing how you can get motivated to strive past from ostracism rather than experiencing the immediate response of resorting to deep depression. Oh well, that's it for today. Bye.